George White.
And on behalf of the people seeking permission to practice pursuant to Michigan Corporation 0 under the supervision of Assistant Attorney Margaret Rose.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Sam Bernstein with on behalf of Mr. White.
Permission to practice is granted. Thanks for jumping in on my line.
Oh, I was so worried about my line.
I know. It's first day. No.
She's like a veteran at this point.
I know. I don't even know why she asked. Right?
I mean,
She has to.
permission to practice for myself too, Your Honor. That's
That one would be denied. You know that.
fair enough.
All right. What are we doing on this?
I'm just jumping in the case, Your Honor. I'm asking for an adjournment to
Maybe it's Rose.
Oh boy. It's Monday. I have 2 cases. Really?
Ian already said it's a short docket. It's the longest. Okay, hold on. I have to stop.
She's slow.
I
know. Because he just started walking.
Right.
Good.
Sir.
All right. Recall the case of People versus George White.
That was it on behalf of the people.
Sam Bernstein again for Mr. White, Your Honor.
Reference, before I passed the case, we had a bench conference about some phone calls that were made, and I let you talk to your client. Also, that there at least was an indication that the defendant may have been within 1/2 mile of the excluded zone. We called over to community corrections. They've indicated that there is no violations at this point, so I'm not going to deal with that. But
I can address the phone calls if the court would like.
yes, please.
There is something of a story, and we're not going to litigate the probate stuff matters, but so there's been a very stressful situation going on with George White's mother being sick in the hospital. Apparently he has like an alternate medical power of attorney. The complaint he does, yes.
Okay.
Or medical power of attorney. I don't know how to phrase it. Okay. Oh, let me just go first. And we'll see.
He's got the medical power.
Yes.
Okay.
But I think the victim might also have like a medical power of attorney or a claimed medical power of attorney. And so he said that he was like signing paperwork for like an immediate surgery, and that he was like stopped in the middle of signing it. And they said that the other person, the victim, was like wanting something different for the mother. And so he says that he gave his phone to a nurse who made the calls to the victim, that he did not call her. And that when he learned that she was there, he later went into like another section of the hospital to like stay far away from the situation.
So you're saying, just so that I'm clear, all 6 of the calls were from that?
Yes, he says they were made like back to back to back.
That was on the 4th.
Right.
Or what about the 2nd?
I don't know about this. No, I don't know. But he says, he told me he has no wish to speak with her at all. That he hasn't spoken with her, and that he doesn't want to go near her or have anything to do with her whatsoever. So he definitely doesn't. It wasn't like a don't show up to court kind of situation. He just doesn't want to have contact with her whatsoever. It seems like there may be some sort of like kind of probate-ish issue with like medical powers of attorney and who may or may not have power or something, but the appropriate forum to litigate that wouldn't be, I don't think it would be Judge Simpson. It would be another forum, and that's not really for today, I would suggest. But I think that's sort of like the backdrop of what happened here. But I mean, either way, I mean, he's not supposed to have any contact with her. And I think he knows that, and he doesn't wish to speak with her on any basis.
Lucinda.
I'll let you talk.
One of the calls was on March 2nd, and then on the 4th, one of the calls that was made was 2 hours before the back-to-back calls that were supposedly from the nurse. We would be concerned with the contact of the victim.
I won't stop you from talking if you want to
Okay.
contact.
First and foremost, she gave a dep while I was in jail.
She what?
A dep, one of the deps in jail. I was in the tank right there. I hadn't been arraigned yet. Gave him her number to give to me. Never contacted her. I don't want to. She's a devil. She's evil, like my mom's. Okay, look. But anyways, the situation at the hospital was when she got transported from Dearborn to
She
Royal,
being who?
my mother, and I was there with her. She vomited 4 buckets of blood. She was going to die right there. They got her to Royal to get discussed.
Sir.
Now, during that exact moment,
Judges talking.
okay, I'm sorry.
I agree, Mr. Bernstein, that I'm not going to sit here and try to litigate the probate matter in terms of a power of attorney, but the victim's relationship to the defendant is what?
Ex-wife. See, that moment.
No, but we can't interrupt the court.
It's gone. See, that moment.
No, but we can't interrupt the court.
It's gone. See, that moment.
Was the power of attorney granted after your divorce?
The power of attorney was verbally given in Dearborn and fraudulently taken.
Can you just answer my question?
Sorry, yes, it was verbally, yes.
Before the divorce?
Well, there was no power of attorney before the divorce. We've been divorced for a year and a half. It was given to me at Dearborn.
So, no, it wasn't.
Oh, no.
Thank you, Mr. Jeez, oh, Pete. All right. Well, without doing more checking, I don't know that I can figure out these phone calls. I understand what you're saying, Miss. And I don't want the victim contacted from your phone at all, ever. Am I clear?
Oh, yeah, no problem.
What part of Carpenter Road do you live on?
I live on, actually, it's right there.
What are your cross streets?
I'm right in the middle between Washtenaw and Packard.
Are you in an apartment complex?
It's a duplex. I'm unit 1 on the bottom of the house. Unit 2 is upstairs.
Whereabouts? What's right next to you?
Red Lobster.
Pardon?
Red Lobster.
Can you? I'll just do. Well. And I wasn't going to deal with anything regarding the tether, and although there's no violation, I'm gonna, given the language used by the defendant regarding the alleged victim, I'm gonna make it real clear so that we don't have any problems with this. The problem with, in part, the GPS tether, and there's clearly some, given the defendant's comments, there's clearly a great deal of animosity between these two. The difficulty comes in that they also reside probably less than a mile from each other, but if you were to just draw a straight line. And if you were, one were driving, then certainly that would be it. So I'm going to give the defendant a block that you're not to enter into. You shop within that block or this area that I give you, you're gonna have to find some other place to shop. You're different. What?
Now, so the whole time I've never crossed to the other side of Carpenter. I've always tried to stay on my side. I've never crossed over. So, but would that include the Kroger right there in the CVS?
I haven't even given it yet. Drawing a straight line, he is not to go east of Carpenter Road. The block that I'm creating, which is the exclusion zone, is east of Carpenter, south of Washtenaw, west of Gulfside, north of Ellsworth. So that we're clear, sir, you're gonna have to stay on that west side of Carpenter Road. You're not to travel on the eastbound Carpenter at all. So if you gotta go around the block to get to your place, you're just gonna have to go around the block. Am I clear? Is that a yes?
Yes. I'm trying to picture it in my head.
What are you trying to picture in your head?
So like you say, crossing Carpenter, what about? And then it hits Washtenaw. Are you talking about that corner right there would be like exclusion, or does that also cross over to the other side of Washtenaw?
I can picture it in my mind. I'll show you on Google Maps afterwards.
Thank you.
It's like a block. I get it.
I just don't want to get it wrong. Just get it wrong.
You know, the gas station that's on the corner of Washtenaw and Carpenter.
Yeah, there's two of them right closer.
You can go on Washtenaw at that gas station, either direction, but you can't go south of Washtenaw. So you know Washtenaw down the Gulf side? You can't go south. You can't go into that area.
Okay.
On Gulf side, you can't go east or west. And then Ellsworth, where Meyer is, that includes that block. Mr. Bernstein will show it to you, I'm sure.
I have it right
We'll
here.
have it all laid out.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's Carpenter. That block, you cannot go in that block. Okay.
Okay.
So he's saying if there's stores along there that you like to go to, you have to go to different stores.
What if they're on my side?
Your side, fine.
Okay.
You can't go to any of those places between those streets, okay?
You can go to
so,
Kroger, Home Depot, and Lowe's.
so like there's a gas station there and there.
Can't go to Meyer.
But I can go to that
You can go
Can't go to Target.
one on like towards this jail on the side of the road.
No, you can't go to Hobby Lobby either, George, okay?
I'll go.
You can go to that gas station. You cannot go to that gas station, okay? I'm gonna email you.
In that block.
Yes,
I just want to be clear.
it's crystal clear, Your Honor, crystal clear.
Thank you. I've signed the order.
Okay.
Creating that exclusion zone. And then we need to adjourn this out. We almost were here long enough to get to that date.
Right.
What's your name? My next day?
March 18th or April 1st.
Which would work better for you, counsel?
And Your Honor, I was gonna ask for the 25th. That's not available.
That's not available.
18th is fine, Your Honor. We'll take that. Thank you.
I'll adjourn this to March 18th.